Hello and welcome once again to EPISD Live Chat. I'm Melissa Martinez, Chief Communications Officer for the El Paso Independent School District, and I am joined this week by our Superintendent, Juan Cabrera. Hello, Mr. C.
Hello, how are you, Melissa?
I'm doing well, thank you. All right, Mr. C, so we've been talking about EPISD at home the last couple of weeks during our chat time here, and we have now, as of tomorrow, technically today since the district has a holiday tomorrow, have completed our second week. Next week, starting our third week of distance learning. So what are your thoughts so far? What have you been hearing?
Well, first of all, I want to tell all of our teachers and staff I couldn't be more proud of the efforts. I'm talking to districts all over the country, all over the state, and I can tell you that EPISD is on par with anyone. We've done a tremendous job, but at the same time, I know it's very challenging. There was a lot of effort to stand the school up, if you will. Now it's the actual school, the running and the operating of a school. You know, from the parent side, from the teacher side, it's exhausting because it's so new, and it can get frustrating, I think, for all of us that we don't get to see each other physically in a building. But I'm very happy with where we are. I know that we're still impacting our kids and families positively. I know we're still making a difference in their lives, which is the most important goal for us. And despite all the hiccups, despite all the challenges, I'm very happy with where we are, and we are only going to get better as the days and weeks go on.
Mr. C, do you think we had a little bit of an advantage, don't you think, because we've been a one-to-one district for so long? So many of our students, including secondary in particular, had devices already. So that certainly made the transition a little bit easier, right?
Well, you know, I think I talked to, again, folks all over the state about what we're doing and giving them some advice, if you will. And I think we had a tremendous advantage. 5-6 years ago, we started investing in technology, and we went one-to-one, 6th grade to 12th grade with a great product, an Apple MacBook, and then buying as many iPads as we could for elementary over the last 5 years. So two things happened. One is our teachers got used to blended learning, and our students got used to blended learning, but at the same time, we had all the devices. So making the transition is very difficult for everyone, but I think a lot easier at EPISD because the families, the kids, and the teachers, and all of us are now very used to working with technology.
And last week we did distribute devices. We distributed more than 10,000 iPads to families that did not have a device, just about as many hotspots. And do we have some more coming, Mr. C?
Yes, we do. We actually have. We started the process over 3 weeks ago now, where we began to close the gap and identify which families were in need that may not have technology at home. And that's a daily process, 7 days a week. We're reviewing all the data to make sure that all of our kids have technology that's operating, and if they don't, finding a way to either get them a device or the Wi-Fi connectivity.
So we have more devices on order for families that might need it. So you mentioned your communication with the state. Do you think this is going to go much longer for us at doing our distance learning at home?
You know, we've taken the position at EPISD that we're 100% aligned and going to follow the health authorities. And the commissioner as well is speaking every day with the governor and with the health authorities in Texas, and we're doing the same here. There may be a regional approach, but you will see, as long as everyone stays in touch with the health authorities, City of El Paso, County of El Paso, we're going to stay lockstep with them. We're a big part of the community. We're the largest employer in the community, and we intend to be a good community partner. So you'll see over time that we'll follow them. Our best indication now is that this will probably, you know, we still have, I think, a May deadline in El Paso County, but it's looking like that's going to go a little bit further than that. We should have word in the next couple of weeks.
That's something that was very important to you, Mr. C, from the moment we thought we'd be closed even for 2 weeks, was making sure that our families had meals and that we're providing those everywhere. We're up to providing more than 34,000 meals a day. And so what do you think? I mean, our team is doing a lot to get that done. How's that coordination been?
Yeah, that was one of the, you know, we know that shelter and food security are really important during this time, especially when you don't have the situation where kids are going to school, where a lot of them get meals. And you also might have some families that are challenged because all of our jobs have gone away for the most part. So for us, that was really important. Next week, we have a major change. We're going to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday lunch schedule to try to have people come out less. We know that's important for all of our health to stay home. So we're going to switch to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I can't thank all of our food service workers enough. Everyone that's helped with that, all the teams. We have many teams. We have 50 schools that are operating food service sites. That takes a lot of people to make that happen. So if you get a chance, if you're a parent going to one of our schools, please thank all of the employees that are out there. This would not happen without all of the hardworking EPISD employees putting the time in to prepare the meals and then standing there to deliver them to families.
So that schedule change actually will be April 20th, the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But why
April 20th.
Why was that important, Mr. C, to change it to 3 days a week?
Well, right now we had all the families coming out every day of the week because that's what the Texas Department of Agriculture had required. Now the state has changed the guidelines and to loosen that up. So we want to have folks come only 3 days a week, but still get the same amount of meals. So what's wonderful about that is they'll spend more time at home, less time out getting food, but still get the same amount of food.
So it's really an intent for both staff and the public to limit that exposure.
Absolutely. It's important for our staff as well. They're essential workers because they're helping with food, but we also want to make sure that they're safe and healthy.
Absolutely, and we've certainly been hearing and championing all their hard work that's getting done. Producing 34,000 meals a day is not an easy task.
Yes, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Absolutely.
So we're glad families are taking advantage of that. Another thing very important on families' minds these days, Mr. C, for our seniors, graduation. We keep getting a lot of questions. What's going to happen with graduation ceremonies?
Yeah, we have a lot of questions about that. I actually have a senior in college at UTEP, so I'm going through the same situation, and it's very important to our children. It's important to our families, and we are committed to having a graduation physically as soon as we get the green light from the city, because the city would now control the Don Haskins Center where we have all of our graduations. As soon as we get a green light, we've already got alternative dates that we've asked for. It doesn't look like May is going to happen, but we are first in line. We've already got a contract with UTEP and with the Haskins Center. As soon as the city, the county health authority gives us the ability to meet in groups again, or even if we have to spread out. The beauty of Haskins is it's a very big center. We could even spread out into groups, family groups, and have a graduation. So we're looking at every option. We're committed to having graduations for our seniors. It may not be early as summer as we want, but we are going to do something in the next few months.
So again, seniors, you heard it from Mr. C. You will have a ceremony, probably later than sooner, but you will have a ceremony. So
that's right. That's right.
I think that's going to put a lot of families at ease, Mr. C. So thanks for that.
And we're going to make it special. We're going to do our best. We know how important that is.
Absolutely, and certainly, as you mentioned, you're kind of in the same boat. So you're one of those families.
Yes. Yeah.
We've seen a lot of great things happening in our virtual classrooms, Mr. C. So what's your message for teachers today?
I think that this is a really challenging time, and a lot of us want to be the best and be perfect. I love that, but give yourselves a little bit of a break. This is hard. It's different. It's unique. It's challenging, but all of the creativity that you bring to your classrooms, now's the time to try to bring that to our students. I've seen some wonderful examples of real creative projects that teachers have come up with. And I think this could forever change the way we deliver education. If we create some new and exciting lessons through virtual learning, those can continue when we go back to regular school. So I don't want anyone to think that this time is a waste from that perspective. I really believe that all the work that we're doing now, because we have so much technology at EPISD, you're still going to be able to use that. And I think it's going to make a big difference. And I can't thank our teachers enough for their creativity You've exceeded our expectations. I'm getting every day, day after day, I'm getting many, many positive reports and a lot of positive feedback from students and from families. So thank you to your teachers. Please keep reaching out. Please keep bringing your creativity and energy. It makes a world of difference for our students and their families.
Thank God for technology, right? Because we're able to still have this interaction like we are right now virtually via this video conferencing platform. Our teachers are taking advantage of that as well. We have a change coming for teachers next week regarding video conferencing. You want to talk about that?
Yes. Well, you know, everyone has been really, really happy with Zoom. Unfortunately, Zoom has got some issues with safety, and they've had a lot of bombing. We call it hacking incidents. So we're going to make a transition slowly over to the WebEx product, which is the most secure product in the industry. You see it on CNN. You'll see it on a lot of the talk shows. All the major corporations will use WebEx. It is the most secure platform. So I know that some folks will be concerned about making a transition, but if you're just patient with us and you work with us, once we have this product, we don't need to switch. There's not a better product in the industry. So this will make a big difference for us. Safety, security, ease of use, and a response time from Cisco that's unlike any other vendor. So that'll be really exciting. In fact, Cisco is what we use for all of our infrastructure in all of our schools across the district. So using their WebEx product is going to be good for us. A little bit challenging to make the transition, but once we go through the installation process and the transition, we'll be safe and secure and won't have to worry at all about anybody hacking into our systems.
And we have those tutorials posted for teachers and parents at our EPISD at home page. So step by step, lots of great information on how to use that once teachers begin using that in the next couple of weeks. So finally, Mr. C, you're a parent of a high schooler who's going through this, and you and your wife are both educators. So you all are living this 24/7 like the rest of us. So as a parent, what is your parents?
Well, you know, I'm checking with my daughter multiple times a day, you know, and like any teenager, she's a 15-year-old student. She has good days and bad days and up and downs. And so I'm just spending, you know, it's challenging for me, honestly. I'm on calls all day long, early in the morning to late at night. But every time I have a break, I walk in and check on her, ask her what classes she has, talk about her homework in the evening, what classes she has the next day. So I'm keeping up with EPISD through my daughter and I've sat in on a few of the lessons and watched what she's done. I just encourage all of our parents to check on our kids a little bit more. I'm certainly worried about everyone's just health and well-being in terms of this dramatic shift. It's been a month now. The last time our kids were in our schools was Friday, March 13th. Tomorrow, that's going to be 4 weeks. So check on your students. You know, the involvement of the parents is always critical. It always makes our job easier as educators. But I'm going to say I even think we need it more now to check on your students, make sure they're okay. If you need any help, if you want us, if we need to call in and have counselors or other resources to support the students, we are here. We're just a phone call away. You can talk to your principal, talk to your teacher. We are available to help, even though it's virtually, for your students, and help you in any way that we can.
Absolutely. So as Mr. C stated, we have lots of help and resources. Reach out to us on social media, on our website. Any help you needed, we're responding constantly to those questions and comments to make everybody's process as easy as possible during these challenging times. So Mr. Cabrera, thank you for joining me today. And
thank you so much.
Don't forget, again, join us on social media, and we will see you soon. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.